Just to clear up one of the many theories about you, I've no idea what the answer is and you haven't got to answer. But are you actually attracted to women?
I am attracted to women.
Why did he pause? Why did he pause? Why would you pause on that? I'm just saying.
I've no idea what the answer is and you haven't got to answer. But are you actually attracted to women?
I am attracted to women.
You're not gay?
No. But I will say that women are very difficult to be around.
Okay.
So there's that.
And do you think they should have the right to vote?
I do not. No, absolutely not.
They should stay at home?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
See, basically, you're just a misogynist old dinosaur, aren't you? For a young guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm the boomer. I know I'm the boomer here, but actually, you're a 27-year-old dinosaur, aren't you? Aren't you, Nick Fuentes? All women.
I am.
All women are annoying. All women grow old. They all get fat. Says the guy. Have you ever had sex?
No, absolutely not.
Wow. Says the guy who's never got laid.
At the SPLC, they're literally counting down the days until whites are a minority in America. So forgive me if I don't believe them when they talk about compassion. There's a genocide going on right now. It's not against the Jews.
How many Christians are there?
In Gaza, it's against
How many
whites.
Christians are there in the world? Like me.
1 point some billion.
Yeah,
2 billion.
How many Jews are there?
15 million.
Okay. So with a straight face, you're going to tell me the world is being overrun by the Jewry, by 15 million people, when there are over 1 billion Christians. There is a genocide of Christians like poor old Nick Fuentes going on at the hands of these 15 million Jews. Really?
See, this attitude is why you're losing. When you say
who am I losing to?
White people,
who am I losing to?
White people.
Who am I losing?
Mass migration. Oh, you're losing to me. We are losing as a civilization of mass migration. At the SPLC, they're literally.
I knew that this was going to be bad for Piers. There was no way, because Piers is going into this bad faith. You know, as long as he feels, at least this is from my experience, as long as he feels that somebody is talking to him in good faith, then he's going to have a good faith conversation. Piers was all about gotcha. It's all about, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. And as soon as Fuentes kind of realized that's what it was, the over-the-top sarcasm sets in, which is, I think, the right attitude to have. Like, if someone is going to come in there with the intent to just pull gotchas, then you should absolutely just respond with over-the-top sarcasm. I highly respect that, actually. I mean, look at this right here. This is Piers Morgan Uncensored. Yeah, I'm fine with being racist. That's the quote that Piers puts, and this is the lead-in, I guess, right here.
New generation of white person. I'm not living around blacks. Sorry. You know, I want white kids, and I don't want my white kids bringing home black people to marry. It's racial for me. And call me racist. Oh, very Christian of you. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, it couldn't be clearer, really, unless you want to say that's another of your jokes. But you're basically saying, yeah, I'm a racist, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
You're fine with saying you're a racist?
Totally. I think everybody's racist. I think everybody, if we're being honest, is racist. I think everybody, the only people that aren't racist or pretend not to be are white people, to their detriment. Everybody else is racist.
But earlier in the interview, you really got aggrieved at the idea that your father was a racist. You wanted to make emphatically sure.
My father's...
He's not.
Because my father doesn't share my same views on that.
So he's the exception to everyone's a racist.
Well, everybody's a little bit racist. You're right. So maybe everybody, the difference is you're attacking my father. You know, he could get fired from his job.
I'm not attacking your father.
You are.
No, I'm not. I don't know your father. And to be clear, I have no knowledge about him at all.
Well, then let's leave him out of it. Let's leave him out of it if you don't know him.
Hang on, Nick. You put that story into the public domain on your show. I'm simply reminding you of what you told everybody, millions of people, about your father.
Piers comes off looking really petty and really bad. And here's the thing is, like, if pettiness is your brand, that's fine. Nick is very petty. So Nick being petty is right. Like, that's exactly what people expect. Piers comes off as a petty person that tries to present himself as I'm better than you. I am more respectable than you, blah, blah, blah. Like, it really comes off as really bad.
If you now want to retract it, fine. If you want to say it was a joke, which is what your position was earlier, fine. But I'm allowed to put to you things you've said publicly. That's not unfair.
So that's the gist of what this all was for the most part. Right here.
Hitler was a pedophile and kind of a pagan. It's like, well, he was also really fucking cool. So, time to grow up. We're not children anymore. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right, boys? Am I right? Let's go. He was also really fucking cool.
Do you regret saying that?
Saying a fact? No, that's absolutely true.
You think Hitler was very fucking cool?
Yes, I do.
One of them.
And I'm tired of pretending he's not.
Well,
to be honest,
this is the problem, you see. It's a bit like when you just say, I'm a racist. You're a racist who thinks Hitler's cool, but you're not anti-Semitic. If you're a Jewish person watching this, what are they thinking? I'll tell you what they're thinking, because I've got a friend of mine called Danny Finkelstein, who, when he heard I was interviewing you, he's a Times journalist in the UK, very eminent journalist here, and author, who wrote a book about his own family's experiences at the hands of Hitler and Stalin, because he also told Tucker Carlson that you admire Stalin. But let's just take what Danny said here.
Hi, Piers. It's Danny Finkelstein here. Is your interview?
He talked about the Stalin thing with Crowder. Crowder brought up a good point too about, like, Fuentes says these one-liners because he knows that it'll get people talking, and then he gets an opportunity to clarify it, and he will clarify with a much more articulate point when asked about it. And so, and Piers again is not really interested in a conversation.
Viewing Nick Fuentes, you might try suggesting to him that he reads my book, Hitler, Stalin, Mum and Dad. It's called Two Roads Home in the United States. Since he says he's on Team Hitler, you might like to ask him about the fact that Hitler arrested my mum, tried to starve my mum to death, did starve my grandmother to death. While
Fuentes, someone in the chat, while Fuentes can make some good points, normies will see this and think he's vile. Absolutely. That's why I just laugh at it. I think he's funny. Like, I genuinely, I don't think Candace Owens is funny, but I think what Candace is doing and the desperation is funny. I think Nick Fuentes is genuinely funny.
Death, sent my great aunt to the gas chamber, my great uncle, my cousin. My grandmother on my father's side ended up being one out of 7 children, the only one that survived the war. So you might ask him whether he wouldn't rather be on Team Mum rather than Team Hitler. And as for celebrating Stalin's birthday, well, Stalin took my father, sent him to a state collective farm, sent my grandmother and to a state collective farm, sent my grandfather to the Gulag. You might try asking him why he doesn't celebrate Dad's birthday rather than Stalin's. It may all be a big joke to him, but he complains that he was 18 when someone tried to cancel him. Well, Stalin and Hitler arrested my mum and my dad when they were 10 years old. So perhaps he might like to reconsider his joke.
See, that's the reality of your jokes, although I haven't ascertained yet whether you are joking when you say that Hitler was very fucking cool. Are you joking, or do you actually think he was very fucking cool? The most genocidal monster of the last 150 years.
Yeah, the thing is, my generation, we're just done with the pearl clutching. You know,
yeah, you might be, but then your generation hasn't gone through what Danny Finkelstein's family went through. So maybe the pearl clutching has a way to go for families whose family members
were murdered. Yeah, we got all that. Me mom. Like, we're, I don't even know who this person is. Why is this person talking to me? This old British guy is saying me mom got killed by Hitler.
Because he doesn't find it funny when you say Hitler's very fucking cool.
I don't care. I don't care.
I know you don't care. That's fine. You don't have to care. But he does care.
That's exactly it. Like, that is a liberal leftist mindset. Something bad happened in my life, therefore you, who have no knowledge of me or my life, can't make jokes about something that you have no idea about that are connected to me, but because I am offended by some random thing that you say, you have to be offended for me, even though you know nothing of me. It's crazy. Fuentes' response is perfect. Don't care. Why the fuck should I care? Are you going to care about things that I find that are hurtful? Like, are we going to talk about my childhood trauma? Are we going to talk about when my G.I. Joes got stolen from me? Am I supposed to pour my heart out to you and tell you about the time that I lost my DC Comics action figures and I was traumatized for weeks? Are you supposed to fucking care? Fuck. It's just like, who gives a fuck? It's identity politics. Nobody cares. I don't want to talk about what happened with my G.I. Joes. There's a black kid at school and stole all of them. This, again, going back to my initial thoughts on this. Now, Asmongold, now we're going to do what we normally do. We're going to react to Asmongold reacting to Piers Morgan and Nick Fuentes. No, it wasn't Tyrone Magnus.
You think Hitler was very fucking cool?
Yes, I do.
One of them.
And I'm tired of pretending he's not.
Well,
to be honest,
this is the problem, you see. It's a bit like when you just say, I'm a racist. You're a racist who thinks Hitler's cool, but you're not anti-Semitic. If you're a Jewish person watching this, what are they thinking? You think...
Bro, we didn't shift the Overton window. We burned down the house. We burned down the whole motherfucking neighborhood. Oh my God. This is crazy. Yeah, this is nuts. I saw another clip about this too with no insurance. Yes, and no survivors. And all or nothing. No, there was another clip about this too. Here we go.
This is where you talk about Jews, women, and blacks.
I've seen it. You've seen it. We've all seen it.
Just take a listen.
They're always coming up with, no, it's not the Jews. No, it's not women. No, it's not blacks. It's actually really complicated. No, it fucking isn't at all. Jews are running society. Women need to shut the fuck up. Blacks need to be imprisoned for the most part. Mm-hmm. And we would live in paradise. It's that simple.
Man.
Okay.
He's just nodding.
Would you like to clarify what you meant there?
That's all true.
The old media technique of shaming people doesn't work.
Nobody cares
when they're not ashamed.
And listen, man, like, I think that I'm just giving my opinion on this, but I think that if Nick is on with someone who is genuinely trying to ask him in good faith, he will offer the clarification of what he was doing or whatever. Piers has not given that indication. Therefore, Nick is in full sarcastic mode, which is absolutely the way to handle it.
The entire shame apparatus has failed. It's fallen apart. It doesn't work anymore.
That's 100% true. Everything I said in that clip is true.
Including that blacks need to be imprisoned for the most part.
Yeah. Yes.
This is where you talk about...
The way he says it.
Blacks need to be imprisoned for the most part.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, wow. So we're already... Yeah. Jesus, guys. So we're already in a whole different world now. We are all the way in a different world. And yeah, he's okay with women shutting up. I mean, Piers is okay with women shutting up. I think a lot of guys are. So the gloves are off. Yeah. And the thing is, bro, when we watch, maybe tomorrow, maybe we watch, it's 2 hours. I'll probably watch, I'll half and half it, right? I'll half and half it. We'll have an intermission, but we will watch it over the next 2 days. I think that's a good idea. But the thing is, like, here's my thing is that I almost don't even want to watch the interview on stream, because it's like, how do you react to something like this on Twitch?
What do you mean? What do you mean, Asman? Why wouldn't you want to react to this?
So how do they feel when you say You just want to be away from any black people. Walk away from them.
Well, you know what Ye told me? I'll tell you verbatim what he said. He said, so you use the N-word. I said, yeah. He goes, well, when niggas are being niggas. I said, so true. That's so true. So they feel like they're in complete agreement with me.
What does that mean?
It means that even black people know how black people can behave. Even black people understand it.
It's like, am I even allowed to react to something like this on Twitch? Because I think about it, and it's like, maybe not. Maybe not. You'll find a way. I mean, maybe. You laugh inside. I mean, will you get banned? I mean, it's a pretty big one, right? It is a big one. And so the Kick only stream. So we could do a exclusive Kick racism stream. That's big. That'd be real big.
Hell yeah.
Shit.
Hell yeah.
So that'd be it. No, honestly, like if they did that, just do 30 minutes a day and milk it for the whole week. Well, maybe you're right. Yeah, maybe I have to do that instead. Does San watch it? Well, I don't know. I mean, it's like, the thing is that the way that I talk about this stuff is problematic because I talk about it in, like, I just say what I think. Like, I don't try to, have a certain type of vibe or try to, put myself in a position where it sounds a certain way.
And that is why Asmongold is so successful because, listen, man, a lot of people get audience captured. A lot of people get scared to have genuine opinions, and that's just the truth. I cover so many different things, and it's gotten to the point where I cover so much shit. I cover entertainment. I cover movies. I cover video games. I cover theme parks. I cover sports. We cover all this shit. I cover politics, and like people keep talking about like, oh, the political world is so divisive. I'm like, everything's divisive. Everything. Like right now, I'm excited for The Odyssey from Christopher Nolan. I'm massively excited. Do I have problems with the casting? Yes. Look what the chat's about to do to me because I said I'm excited about The Odyssey. The fucking chat's about to tell me it's a woke piece of shit. Nolan's lost his way. You're a dumb motherfucker for supporting that. I can't believe you're excited. That's what the internet does. It doesn't change the fact that I want to fucking see it, and I'm going to be there day fucking one. But this is how the internet works. Everybody is divided. Everybody is upset about something. This is how it is. Everybody's scared of people going off on them or whatever. I'm not. I'm about to go play Fortnite. Guess what the chat's going to say? Fuck Fortnite. Fortnite sucks. Fortnite, blah, 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 blah. This is the way it is. You can't be scared to give your honest opinions. This is why Asmongold is so successful. So, yeah, this is cool. This is good to see, Nick on with Piers and the reaction that's been going on. It's been hilarious. So we'll see how the rest of this plays out. But apparently Crowder is going to go on Piers Morgan to discuss this because here's Crowder reacting to it. Now we're going to react to Crowder reacting to it because this is how the internet works.
That's all true. That's 100% true. Everything I said in that clip is true.
Including that blacks need to be imprisoned for the most part.
Yeah. Yes.
But all of them?
He didn't say all of them.
No, for the most part.
What does the most part mean? What percentage of American blacks would you like to see in prison?
Whatever the percentages of the murderers. I think it's 1 in 20 black men will commit a murder in their lifetime. So maybe
they're valid answers.
5%.
Oh, so you're talking about black people who murder people?
Criminals.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But you didn't say that.
That's
You
the
just
crime
said
problem.
blacks need to be imprisoned for the most part. You didn't clarify that you were talking about black murderers.
Right. No, you're right. That's a good addition to that. That's a great point. Yeah, I do. I think it's hilarious. I think it's totally true.
Do you think a black American would find it funny? You think that black...
And I will, every time I bring up Crowder on stream, I feel an obligation to say that I was wrong about Steven Crowder. I was very critical of Steven Crowder. Not that I watched him, and I still find his comedy to be cringe as fuck. But Crowder seems to be one of the most genuine people in the entire conservative movement. He genuinely seems like the guy, because he's been here forever. I was wrong about Crowder. I have no problem admitting that.
Should be imprisoned for the most part.
Blacks are my biggest fans. I get high fives all the time. They say, Nick Fuentes, I love your show. They agree with me. And you want to know why? Here's the difference. Black people are the most victimized by other black people. You think black people want to live in the hood and the ghetto and get shot all the time? That's what happens in the south side of Chicago. You should come here. I'll take you there. We could go to Garfield Park.
My son went to Chicago University for a year, actually, several years ago.
Good irrelevant fact.
That's a bubble. You think you're in Chicago and Hyde Park? You don't know.
Yeah, like I like how Piers is like, yeah, I have some experience at this really, really upscale white university. I know all about. Hello, fellow Chicagoans. How do you do, fellow Chicagoans? I know all about Chicago. What?
No, Chicago. Go a little bit west. See what it's like over there. And I'll tell you, black people agree with me because they're tired of it too. And maybe not most of them, but a lot of them agree with what I say about
Here's
that because
the thing, too,
they know how it is.
Pierce is Nick knows that that's going to be taken.
Right.
And then it's going to give him an opportunity to clarify.
Correct.
And it's going to seem so straightforward, so self-evident that I'm not saying just imprison random black people. It was in the context of crime, right? He knows that, and he's hoping for that opportunity. That's why he does. That's what a lot of people do, right? You have the bumper sticker, and then you have the full show. There are some other areas where that's why we wanted to play the clips, not 4 seconds, but in context,
Right, the full ones.
so that we could actually get to. And
So it says, why was it only a year, Piers? Why was it only a year? Where's the trigger?
figure out if there was a. There were a few times where Nick said, well, "You know what? I didn't mean it that way. I wouldn't. I would take that back."
Yeah.
He wouldn't take that back. And by the way, he doesn't need to take that back. That's not one of those comments he needs to take back when you take it in context. There are some where we see actual difference. The problem is Piers is a liberal at heart. He is a leftist at heart. And so he's playing identity politics with a guy who has already rejected it. And so is his fan base. And so when people say, oh, you're going to, well, yeah, this is the kind of interview that amplifies him because one person seems sensible and it's not Piers Morgan.
Yep. Well said from Crowder. So apparently Crowder is going to be on with Piers. So I guess that's happening Thursday. So that'll be an interesting conversation. But ultimately, the bottom line here is this. If you don't like Nick Fuentes, which is totally fine, the only thing that happens when they bring Fuentes on these shows is that it makes Fuentes more popular. He's not losing support when he goes on these shows. He's gaining a massive amount of support by doing these things. Piers was intent was to try to make him look bad and to try to expose him. I'm sorry, but there was one person that benefited from these clips, and it's not Piers. Now, yeah, I mean, Piers will, get his views or whatever, but Fuentes will benefit substantially from all of this. Big time.